All right, guys, so I say weak men hide and strong men stand wide. Or you say stand tall, whatever. And I mean that literally and metaphorically. I mean, if you think about it, it's like real men want to be seen. So you stand wide, stand tall, with your chest out, your shoulders back, your eyes forward and your chin down. You know, people look at a guy who does that and go, he means fucking business. Now, if you were literally doing that and like standing there, like you look like you're in a fighting stance and people go, oh, that guy really means business. But, you know, I'm not saying you're at the office just walking around, bowed out. You look like a fucking psychopath. But, you know, stand tall, eyes up, make eye contact, shaking hands. You know, stand tall, stand wide. And that's kind of the metaphorical version. The literal version is to stand wide and get you a good balance so you can do lateral raises. Because if you're standing, I can't really see my feet, but if you're standing here and you know maybe a weight shifts and you're like, ooh. So literal and metaphorical. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. You know, I say things like that because what you learn in the gym, you take with you. So stand wide, you brace for impact, you know, you get your good balance, you get your feet set, get your hands set, get your core stabilized. So that way, like, let's say, instead of doing squats or bench or military press or whatever, oh shit, I forgot to set the timer. And I'll give myself an extra 30 seconds. You know, you're sitting there and you're like, well, say you're in a sport or work or something, and a boss or coach comes up and asks somebody to do something, and everyone else is kind of looking down and slouching. Like, that's not who the boss or the coach wants. They want the guy who's like, hey, me, you know, I'll do that. And don't even ask for nothing in return. But you keep doing that over and over and over. It's like lifting weights. You keep doing this over and over and over. And finally, you're going to get that raise, that promotion. In the gym, the raise is just more weights. Well, in work, you may get a promotion. Well, guess what that means? More responsibilities, more weights. So the things you learn there, you apply here. And then you learn to love the struggle. You learn to love the chase. And you say, fuck that shit. Mine. All right. Notice that. While everyone else is burying their head in the sand and running from problems, you're running towards them. Running to the burning fire. 1, 2, 3. Six, 7, 8, 9. Stand wide, stand tall. You know, people say chin up. I say chin down because you have your chin up like that, you want to get your block knocked off. But if you keep your eyes forward and tuck your chin, now shots slide off you. You're not taking such a direct impact. So just eyes forward, chin down. A little fighting tip on top of the workout tips. I've been in enough fights in my life to know a thing or two. God, I wonder how many fights I've actually been in my life. It's probably a scary number. You think, and I'm just talking about street fights. I'm not talking about like, you know, actual boxing or MMA or any of that other stuff. Because every spar is technically a fight. It may not be a full out just but it is a slow motion, controlled environment, you know, going through motions and stuff. It's still a fucking fight. But I mean, a street fight. Most guys probably had one fight, it was in elementary or junior high. That's just where, that's just where it all began for me. Last fight I was in, wow, had a couple skirmishes, but last just fist fight all out, trying to fucking kill somebody, fight for your life. I think I was 25. It was very scary because I was a grown man with grown man strength, and I could have easily killed that man. And I was drunk and I wasn't thinking. That's another bad thing about alcohol is you just get drunk and don't think and just, you're going off. Animal instinct. Those last couple reps. Okay, next exercise, the upright rows. I'm starting to really like those, guys. They're starting to become one of my favorites. I think dumbbell military press is my favorite, but I don't know. If this was a stock market or football ranking system, it's edging closer. All right, subscribe, share, comment, like. Let's get to work.